Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today I am actually installing LED lights on my boat. I have a bunch of red ones, some blue ones, and I'm going to use some white ones for if I need to tie a knot or if I need to take a picture of a fish on the hog trough. So I am getting ready to start doing some holes. So here's what I am installing. I have 10 red, 10 white, 10 blue, and I bought these lights from Amazon. It's 10 for $9. So these are going to be installed up here. Actually, I'm going to do blue ones up here. And I also got this from Amazon. This is a wireless switch. It has 4 channels. And it was around $30. It was inexpensive. And that's how I'm going to turn it off and on. It does come with this key fob. So, I've already drilled out a lot of the holes. I saved some of the holes in the back. So let's go check that out so I can show you how I drilled the holes and how I lined them up. So I have already figured out where all my lights are going to be. I didn't do these back here because I wanted to show you how the holes are done. So I already pre-thought where they're all going to go. And I have running lights, which are going to be red and blue. And I also have another set of lights, which are going to be white, which I am going to use to illuminate the boat when I need to see something. I'm going to have 2 white lights back here that will light up my milk crate. And I am going to have blue lights, which are going to be just my running lights. And it's the same thing up forward. I'm going to have a set of white lights that I'm going to use just so I can tie a lure on. I can take a picture of the fish, and I'll see if 2's enough up there. Maybe I need to add another one. I don't know yet. I'll have to see. I'll have to bring it on at night and see how that's going to work. And to get the perfect placement of where these lights are going, I am going to use a Fender Washer. This is actually called a 1/4 Fender Washer. And it's the same size as the lights. So I can actually take this and place it on the boat and make sure that it's in the place where I want it to be, and also make sure that it's on a flat surface. When you're installing this, you don't want this to be on a round, because this is how it's going to be waterproof. So this needs to be flat. That's why I'm going to use this. And I'm also going to use this to make sure that they're symmetrical. And it has a hole in the middle, so I can use that with a marker and mark the hole once I like the location, and that's where I'm going to drill. Pretty easy. So, I decided that I am going to have 2 white lights right here. And what I am going to do is I am just going to put them centered off of this and fairly close to the top. This is where the washer is going to come in. I want to make sure I have enough space off the radius, and I want to get it in the middle like that. That looks pretty good. I like that space up there. I'm going to get a little bit closer to the top. And I'm going to mark it. That's what's going to go. Just like that. So, the drill I am using, this is a 5/8 hole saw. So, I'm going to take the hole saw. This is a 5/8 hole saw. I'm going to make a hole in the box. Okay. The rubber grommet. And you want this rubber grommet to fit tight. And a little trick I like to use is I can take the marker and put it in here like this and make sure it's sitting flat. See how that grommet sits in nice and tight? Look at it on the other side. So, I don't know if you can see it, but look, see how it is on the other side? It's all closed. And then what happens, how the system works, is once you put the light in there, it goes like this. Okay, this light squishes this rubber grommet out like this. It mushrooms it, and it makes this even tighter in here. And it makes a really good waterproof seal, and it stays in there really well. It's not totally, this is not a total flush mounted system. It has a little bit of a raise to it like that, but it's still pretty, it's nice and clean looking. All right, here we go. See the hole? So the pieces of plastic I'm keeping right here. This is like gold. If you own a kayak, a plastic kayak like this, you want to get a bag and you want to save all these little pieces. Somewhere down the road, maybe not this week, but sometime in the future, you're going to have wear and tear on the hull. You might even have some deep gouges. You can take this plastic and heat it up and put it on those scratches. And this is the same plastic, so it's going to match perfectly. That's why you want to keep it. And you would do that with any plastic kayak. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the hole out a little bit. I'm taking my razor blade, which is really sharp, and I'm just going to clean the hole. Okay. So at this point, I'm not going to put this rubber grommet on. The reason being, I'm not going to put it on just yet, is I want to run all the wires through it first. And I do take the plastic off of the hole saw, because if you leave it on, it will just melt. So I take it off, so it cuts easier. All right, so these are going to be my two holes for my white lights. Like I said, this is going to be on channel 2 on this boat. So I'm actually done with this. Okay, so now let's talk about the actual wiring. We've already decided where all the lights are going to go. Let's look at how we're going to wire it. So I do have a battery that I used last season. This is not the battery that I'm going to end up using. The battery that I am going to end up using is a battery that is for a lawnmower. It's actually going to be, it's a lot bigger than this. Just because of how many lights I have. Plus, look at this light. You haven't seen this yet. This is going to be mounted up here. I am going to make a bracket that I'm going to unscrew this strap, and I'm going to put thumb screws here, and I am going to make a bracket that replaces this, that does something like that and holds this in. And then this wire will be a quick disconnect, and I can have it run into the hatch, or under the hatch I should say. And that will be on another channel 2. This will be channel 3. So this right here is the antenna for the remote, and this is the power that you would hook up to the battery. These here are the actual channels. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, how I'm going to wire this, this wire right here is going to go to the first set of lights right here and go to channel 1. I'm going to do the same exact thing on this side. I'm going to have the wire go to this side into channel 1. And then this wire is just going to be jumped from here to there, all the way down the boat. That's how I'm going to do it. Very simple. And then when it comes time to do channel 2, I'm going to do the same exact thing and just run it down. I'm actually going to zip tie it to these. And I'm going to try to keep these as tight as possible up here so they're not banging it up against the hull. And this unit itself actually comes with Velcro. So I'm going to take the Velcro this part of it. I'm going to put Velcro up in here somewhere underneath, and I'm just going to put this up in there like that, out of the way. And the only thing you're going to see is you'll see this wire, which will be connected to the battery, and all the other wires will be all hidden up inside here. That's the plan. All right, I'm gonna go over how we're doing the wiring. So actually, first off, this wire is actually coming off of this one and this one. So I am just jumping them. So this is a hot wire. Now I'm putting my next jumper wire on. And what I'll do is I'll crimp it. It's on there good. It's on there pretty good. It's on there good. It's on there good. So now what I am going to do, this end I am going to put something metal on so I can track it down there. Now I do have a bunch of things that I'm using that are metal that I'm using to bring the wires through. This is actually a countersink. I do not have a steel nut. I think if you have a steel nut, that will work the best. Okay. So now I just drop that down in there. So then I can grab my magnet. Let's see if I can find it. All right, so I just found it, the magnet. Now I am gonna walk it all the way in the back of the boat. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take the magnet again, I'll put it over here on the surface, maybe as far as I can reach right there. Boom, and I'm gonna grab it. I have it. And I'm gonna drag it over here. And I am gonna get the wire like that. I can actually see the wire right there. Okay, see the wire right there? There you go. And that's how we're gonna do it. So there's a step here that I didn't show you on the video, but we are doing, and that is heating up the ends here, and it shrinks down and it makes a water seal. So the wiring is all done. The boat looks actually really nice. I like the color. I still have to hook up the forward facing light. I haven't done that yet. I gotta fabricate a bracket up front, and I also want to upgrade the battery. I'm gonna need a more powerful battery to handle this. I've already had the lights running for 6 hours, and the battery that I have in here does work well for 6 hours. I think it's a pretty good test. So let's look at this with the lights off. So before we do that, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Please subscribe and leave me a comment and a thumbs up. Thanks. Bye.